Hello everybody, welcome to our channel. Today I'm going to make one of my favourite dishes. It's aloe vera omelette. I don't know if many of you have tried it, but it's amazing, it's delicious, packed with goodness, vitamins and all the minerals that you could need. And these are the ingredients in the raw form before we start. Fresh aloe vera taken from our own plants. Fresh coriander leaves, or the whole leaves and the stems. Fresh green chilies. Fresh curry leaves. Onions, red, brown or whatever you have. Ginger, garlic, fresh green spring onions, and we have the oil that we're using, sesame oil or any other good oil that you have, and of course the eggs. I'm using 4 eggs, you can use whatever you wish. And the spices we're going to use are as follows: pink Himalayan salt, 1 teaspoon, crushed red chilies, 1 tablespoon, cumin seeds, 1 tablespoon, cardamom seeds or ajwain, 1 teaspoon, curry powder, 1 tablespoon, 1 teaspoon of garam masala, and half a teaspoon of black pepper, all to taste. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to prepare the aloe vera to peel and get it ready for the omelette. Okay. Okay, so now we've prepared all our ingredients. This is the aloe vera. I've got a little bit of turmeric in there. That's entirely up to you. These are all our chopped ingredients. But what I forgot to show you in the beginning was one of the ingredients, fresh turmeric, chopped. And obviously the 4 eggs. Now into the eggs, I'm going to add a little bit of salt, and some of the fresh onions, fresh chopped onions, and some of the fresh green spring onions, and some of the fresh coriander leaves. So you can see the mix there. So in there we've got some salt, some spring onions, some of the onions and coriander leaves. Okay, so here's my mix: 4 eggs, normal onions, spring onions, coriander and salt. I'm now going to whisk this up into a nice mix. Just want to use your wrists just to give it a nice good mix up. And again, you can add everything to your own tastes. go. We want to mix something similar to this. We'll put that to one side for the moment, and we'll start with the rest of the ingredients, which will be frying up our spices, the onions and chilies and everything else, making it nice and delicious. Now this omelette you can eat any time as a main meal, as a snack, or in the morning as breakfast. It's absolutely amazing. All the flavours soak in. It's really, really good. Okay, so into my pan, I'm adding sesame seed oil. You can add whatever oil you wish. Sesame seed just gives it a really nice aroma, really good taste and textures of everything. So put the oil in the pan, turn the gas on, let that heat up. Okay, so while that's heating up, we'll go through what we have again. We've got normal onions, white or red, whatever you have, spring onions, fresh green chilies, garlic, ginger, fresh turmeric, fresh chopped curry leaves, and coriander, fresh, all chopped nicely. Everything will be in the description if you miss anything. And now I'm just going to start and carry on with the cooking. Enjoy. Okay, now the oil is getting nice and hot. These are the spices we're using. We've got cumin seeds, black pepper, cumin seeds, black pepper, pink Himalayan salt, freshly crushed red chili flakes, curry powder, and garam masala. So we start off by putting all that in. We'll put in the cumin seeds. And, and the cardamom seeds as well, or ajwain as they call it in India. Put all those in. That mix, just to let that start cooking. You can really smell that nice sesame seed oil. Okay, just as it starts to go slightly brown, we're going to add in our onions, chilies and everything. Okay, ready? Here we go. Keep the coriander till almost the end when the onions are browning. Then go the spring onions. Keep that mix up. And you're going to cook this. You can cook it any way you want, but the way I cook it is just to let the onions, when they start to go slightly brown, and I start to add the rest of the ingredients. Red and heat on high. About a couple of minutes to cook up. Into this, before the onions actually start to brown, I'm going to put in the curry leaves, which are finely chopped, fresh, and the ginger, mix it in well, let it soak up the oil so it can start cooking and browning. And you all know that, well, I'm hoping all of you know the beauty of aloe vera. Not just used for facial beauty, but it's used for internal use. It gives you good health, vitality, It contains amazing minerals, vitamins, which will all be listed in the description. Put that brown away. Now I like to eat this when it's done with thick seeded malted bread, toasted in the grill with lots of butter on it, toasted until it browns on both sides. Absolutely amazing. But you can have it with anything you want, rice, chapatis, whatever you wish. Okay, as the onions are beginning to brown slightly, I'm going to add in fresh chopped turmeric, garlic, chilies. Again, keep the coriander till almost the end, but you can add it whenever you wish. It's just that I find if the coriander is overcooked, it tends to leave a bit of a strangest taste, almost like a burnt taste. So it goes in. Give it a good mix up. See the nice textures and mixes of colours in here. I'm going to let this brown just a little bit more. You see the mixes there, I hope. We're going to add in our spices. Again, start with the crushed flake chilies. Again, you can put as much as you want, entirely up to you. Okay, so we've added in our red flake chilies and add the black pepper in. Again, up to you. I'm using about half a teaspoon. Got the curry powder and garam masala, all goes in. At this point I'm going to put in some salt, and give it a good mix. See the colours changing in this. At this point you can add some coriander, keep some again towards the end, put on top of the main omelette. Mix it up. Okay. And when it looking something like this, again entirely up to you. Just making sure all the spices, especially the dry powder spices, are mixed together properly. All the bits are coated. And I'm just going to scrape out all the rest of the bits and straight in like that. Need the fancy stuff, just pop it straight in, and again give that a mix up. And now we're ready for the magic ingredient, our aloe vera. As you can see, it puts a little bit of haldi in there just to give a colour to it, which I'm now going to add in. Okay, so this is aloe vera which we've cleaned, skinned and chopped into smaller pieces. As you can see, the jelly in there, That's the good stuff, all of it. The juice, the taste, the actual chunks. You can eat this raw, which we do on a regular basis. Today I'm going to make it, like I'm showing you, my favourite dish, aloe vera omelette. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just add it straight into the mix that we have. You can see it's quite jelly-like. Take as much of the goodness as you can. Then you just go ahead with the mix. I'm going to try and burn off some of the water that's released from the aloe vera. You might get more release because of the salt, but let it burn off as best as you can. Mix it up, let it cook a little bit. It just gives a bit more firmness to the aloe vera chunks. Let that sit for a minute or so. Try and keep it even so it gets a nice cook all round. See the chunks. Chunks of aloe vera, they firm up as you're cooking them. And heat up a little bit. Okay, so we're almost ready to have the mixture poured on. We'll give it just a bit longer. Okay, it's looking good. And you can see the chunks of aloe vera have actually soaked up the colour, which gives it a better texture in the omelette itself instead of just white, clear, see-through bits of jelly. Just a few more seconds. Okay, we're now ready. For our egg mix. This is the egg mix. Give it another whisk up because it's been sitting. Okay. With our spoon. And this you just pour straight over the mixture. Like so. Try and scoop out most of the bits as you can. Okay. Then you can give it just a little basic mix, nothing too much. So everything's nicely done. Okay. Now what we're going to do is just let that sit. Let it start cooking. See what that's looking like. Hopefully it's going to stay as one solid omelette. Normally with aloe vera it tends to break up, but that doesn't matter. It makes it easier for you not to having to cut the omelette. Let that cook. Okay, at this point the remaining coriander that we have we can just sprinkle over the top. And we'll try and flip this. It should hopefully hold. good. I like to get as much of the stuff out as possible, as you can see. No harm in that, it's all good. Give that little pat down. I might have to cut it into 2 halves to try and flip it. I'm just going to let that sit and cook a little bit. Okay, instead of cutting it in half to try and burn it, I'm just going to cover it with the lid. Just let its own heat cook it all through, and hopefully the top, then we might be able to flip it. If it doesn't flip, it doesn't matter. You can cut it in half, flip the 2 halves. Just do around. As you can see, I've added the coriander on the top. Okay, well, I tried to flip it, but unfortunately with the aloe vera, it doesn't cause it to stick properly, so I chopped one piece in half, flipped that, but even that's crumbled. It makes no difference at all. So the taste and the goodness is what you want. So I'm going to try this one. I'm cutting it into quarters, and you see, because of the moisture of the aloe vera, you think it might make it stick, but or congeal, it just takes a long time. So I'm doing it like this, and split. Just pat it down, that helps it just to rejoin as best as it can. But you do want it to be cooked thoroughly rather than you can have it runny if you wish, but with the aloe vera it's probably better just let it cook through a bit more. And this browning you see here, that's to do with the masalas and things. It's not burnt. And now just let that cook on low gas. Lid on. Let that cook. Okay, omelette's almost done. As you can see, I've given it another flip. It is in chunks, but that's no problem whatsoever. Just let it cook for a few more, maybe a couple of minutes more, just to try and get rid of some more of that moisture, although you don't need to. Press it down gently. There's the oil. That will soak into the omelette once you leave it to sit. Wish you can cover it up for the last minute and just let it do its work. The only thing is, putting a lid on, you bring more moisture in, but again it doesn't really matter. You can see it's kind of beginning to sit. It's one piece. Okay, put the lid off. And there, and your omelette is now ready, and I'll leave that to sit just to soak up the juices before I serve it into a plate. But this is the kind of thing you're going to get. Absolutely delicious as a main meal, as a snack, and absolutely brilliant in the morning as a breakfast. As you can see, the omelette is finished. I've taken it out of the pan and I put it into a dish, and this is the finished, delicious, healthy, spicy aloe vera omelette. good as a main meal, good as a snack, and absolutely delicious in the morning with toast. You can eat it with anything you want. Try it and feel the goodness of this delicious aloe vera, a plant that a lot of people just use for beauty, use it for eating. You can eat it raw, you can cook it in food, in curries, as this is what we do. But today, as I said, I've showed you my favorite healthy, spicy, delicious, nutritional aloe vera omelette. Enjoy.